The new year is right around the corner, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can guarantee domination in the new year as well. So, a lot of coaches, a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs end up building a business they hate. And this is because if you hate your business right now, if you don't like the things you do every single day, guess what? It's not going to get better the bigger it is. It's only going to get worse. So that's why it's critical that you build it properly from the start, and that you actually build it in the right way that serves you as an entrepreneur, that leverages your strengths and then kind of mitigates your weaknesses as well. So then you can actually build a business that fires you up. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to remove yourself from the business and actually achieve whatever you want to achieve with your business. I'm going to share with you my 2024 vision for this coming year as well, because it's been about 12 months since I started this company. And we scaled from 0 to 217,000 cash per month. It's our biggest month in just 8 months. And then now I'm kind of in a stage of kind of like building a stronger foundation and achieving a lot of things I'm going to share with you today. So I'm going to rip them off one by one, kind of give you a little sneak peek inside of what I'm gunning for, and then also how I plan on achieving it as well. And I'm going to draw a few more diagrams to kind of help you really just internalize this and help me get my point across a lot more. So this video is actually inspired by a conversation that I just had a few days ago with my 7-figure mastermind clients. So everybody in there is doing anywhere from 50 to 250K a month. And we were talking about basically this. So I'm going to give you a little sneak peek into this as well, because I think it's going to serve you and it's going to be very, very valuable. So that said, let's get cracking. If you don't already know me, my name is Jeremy. I help online coaches scale with ads, setters, and pretty much implement this whole funnel into your business. If you want to learn more, check out the main video pinned to my channel. I literally break down all of this in a lot of detail, as well as my whole program, step by step, so you can see that. So that said, let's get into it. So how do you guarantee market domination? Now, step number one is going to be making the distinction between like being reactive versus proactive. And the reason I bring this up is because most entrepreneurs, most coaches are reactive. And that's why you're stuck, right? So if your business hasn't grown continuously month over month for the last quarter at least, that means you're stuck. And you've probably just been reactive. You're not actively doing things, working on things, building things out to actually achieve your goals, right? You're not dialing in every single aspect of this funnel. You're probably just kind of like crossing your fingers, maybe sending cold DMs and trying to run ads, even though you've never run ads before, and trying to just do it yourself and muscle your way through it. But it's like you're just shooting yourself in the foot, and you're just delaying your success a lot longer than it needs to be, because you're kind of just so stuck in the business, working on the day-to-day things, doing all of the little things that just kind of like bog you down. And then you don't have time to view your business from the lens of an owner or an executive, because you're stuck in the trenches. You can't work on the business because you're in it, right? You're in the trenches with like a rifle and a bayonet, rather than in like the eagle's nest as a general, figuring out where to move each piece so you can win the battle, right? For you, it's just like you're just so focused on like trying not to die this month, rather than like, how do I dominate for the next 5 to 10 years? And there's a massive distinction between that. So you want to shift from being reactive to being proactive. And the first thing you can do to do this is set a very, very clear vision and very clear intentions for how you want your business to look in the next 12 months. So this video is going to be probably a bit of a long one, but there's going to be no fluff in here. It's going to be straight to the point. And if you actually implement a lot of this stuff, like this is literally all I did over the last 12 months. So if you want to learn how I was able to scale so quickly and build a business that doesn't feel like it's work, well, guess what? This is how. So anyways, you want to be you don't want to be reactive. You want to be proactive and set your sights on something very clear. So I'll share with you my vision right now, and then you can watch it unfold over the next 12 months. And You can be a part of it as well if you'd like. So a lot of my time goes right now, currently, goes with like one-on-ones with people. And the reason I don't want to do this is because there's no leverage to it. I'm stuck in the business doing things that aren't very owner-like, things that don't have any leverage. Because let's say I like coach somebody one-on-one, well, there's not a massive effect of that, right? It's very time consuming from my perspective, because if you think about how much money I make and how many hours I work, my time is very, very fucking valuable. Especially as like an owner, it's like I need to start acting that way. So by removing myself from one-on-ones, which I plan to do sometime in the new year, and putting the right people in the right place who are honestly better at it than I am, then that's going to help my clients get better results because they'll get better support. And then it'll also help my business thrive and excel, because then I will be able to wear my owner hat and work on the business instead of being stuck in it. Remove from sales as well. Now, I will precursor this. Well, maybe not. We'll just go into it. Sales calls. This is probably one of the last things I'm going to delegate, because it is extremely valuable to the company, right? I've closed about $2 million now on Zoom myself personally. So sales is a strong suit for me, and I actually somewhat enjoy it. But at the same time, it's like when people just come onto a call wasting my time looking for free advice, or like, you're broke, it's like, man, what the fuck are we doing, right? So again, it's a one-on-one sales conversation. So yes, it's very high value in terms of like dollars per hour. So that's why it's one of the like kind of the last things I'm going to let go of. But at the same time, if I want to actually scale, and I'll show you like kind of what I'm gunning for as well, then I have to build a sales team, and I have to go from sales rep to sales team manager, sales team lead, head of sales, right? And then coach and train and build up the sales reps who are doing the one-on-one thing. So then I can pour my energy. Yes, it'll be like one-to-one to my sales team, but then they will be able to go out and do one-to-many on my behalf. So I will be doing that. You can check out, I'll write it right here just so you guys don't annoy me. If you want to apply to be a sales rep, jeremypogue.com/hiring. Check that out and apply. Don't message me on Instagram, please. You'll just piss me off and I won't hire you, because I have too many DMs to go through and it'd be annoying my appointment setter. So thank you. But if you're in there, then you're in the database for when I do hire. So yeah, that's how you can ensure you won't get hired, is if you do that. And then you follow up with me a whole bunch. I don't like that. It's a waste of my time. I want a free calendar. I want to spend my time leading the team. I love hosting group calls, like workshops with my clients, and like teaching them things and like answering the questions and like helping them get results and stuff like that. I love just like leading a group and a community. It's actually like extremely fulfilling and I love it. I definitely have a lot of growth to do when it comes to that, for sure. But nonetheless, it's a ton of fun. So I still want to do that to keep a really close pulse on the community, on how the clients are doing, stuff like that, figure out what they're struggling with. So then as I build products, then I can actually build the best products, because I'll still be very close to my clients. Just maybe not on just a more leveraged perspective, right? Not like a one-on-one type thing, but more leveraged. And I'll get into this in a little bit more detail too in a sec. And then obviously I'm going to make content. I love making YouTube videos for you guys. I try to make them as valuable as I can. So hopefully you guys are getting value from this. If you are, I appreciate you. And if you've been supporting me for a little while, hitting like on all my videos, or commenting, that means the world to me. It helps me out a ton. So thank you so much. And then also ads. So recording new ads, dialing ad funnels, being like a media buyer. I've spent a ton of money on ads, whether it's my own money or other people's. And so pretty good at that. And I've literally helped every single one of my clients script out their ads up until this date, on one-on-one calls, on and onboarding calls. So if you are thinking about joining now, I'd suggest you do that sooner than later, because yeah, I'll just leave it there. So that's how I want to spend my time. I want my calendar to be open, because especially as you move up from like a doer, where you're doing all the things, it's kind of like one-on-one stuff. So like sales rep, appointment setter, one-on-one coaching, stuff like that. You move up to like the manager role. So then you're like head of client success, and you're managing like coaches, client success managers, stuff like that, or sales teams and whatnot. And then from there, when you move up to like the executive / owner level, then you're just adding more leverage into your business. And it's very hard to view your business from a high level when you're so stuck down here in the trenches, right? It's hard to steer the ship. Like, think about your business as like a pirate ship. It's hard to steer the ship in the right direction and get you to where you want to go and be the captain steering the boat when you're underneath the deck rowing the oar, right? Which is what the doers do. So that said, in order for me to steer this ship in the best direction, in the most efficient, effective way and profitable way imaginable, then I need to spend more time just kind of like, honestly, kind of just dicking around, lollygagging. Not really, but like working on higher level things. A lot of the time, like, you just need a clear mind, and you just need to like eliminate all of the distractions, because it can be very, very overwhelming when you just got so many fires to put out every single day on all fronts. Then you can't really figure out, you can't, like, you're just reactive. You're stuck in the reactivity cycle, and you can't be proactive. But when you have the right people and systems in the right place down here, then that means you can stay up here and steer the ship in the right direction, because now you can look at your business from a high level perspective, and become an executive or an owner. So then you're not doing all the things, because you've already built such a strong foundation, and now you're actually steering the ship and becoming more leveraged as a result. So that's where I want to move to. I love building out really good products. I've rebuilt mine 3 times now, and I'm currently working with, I currently hired a guy that I'm working with right now to help me really, really dial in Summit Scales. So it's like an 8-figure program, and it can actually sustain 8 figures. So like 800 to $1 million a month. So that's what I'm building right now. So this will be 4.0 over the last 12 months. Because it's like, and at this point, it's so fucking good. Like, look at my client results. They're disgusting. I'm sorry for swearing. But like, I don't know anybody else who has the client results that I do. Has such an active wins channel and community. It's like, it's actually insane. And that's just a reflection of building a really, really good product. Like, I just got a referral yesterday. I got a referral a couple days ago from happy clients and other people who weren't even clients yet, but they like told somebody about me, you know, hey, you should check this guy out, and stuff like that too. So like, Alex Hormozi has a quote. He's like, you can spend 6 months building a shitty product, or 6 weeks building a shitty product that you're forced to sell for the rest of your life, or spend like 2 years building a really good product that sells itself for the rest of your life. That's the approach I'm taking. Sucks in the short term. Because honestly, building a product, like building the program, is like, it's kind of boring. It's very tedious and technical, and it's very hard to do when you're stuck, when your calendar is full. You're on 6-7 hours of Zoom calls every day. Like, you can't build a really good product, so you're not in that right headspace. So I had to free up my time to kind of do that, to be able to put on that hat. But nonetheless, really good, and it pays very, very profitable dividends, because those are customers I don't have to pay for. I do pay out a very, very hefty referral fee, like a referral commission, when my clients send me other clients. So that's awesome. But nonetheless, building that 4.0 right now. He was actually the guy that I hired, was the former head of client success for Alex Hormozi's largest portfolio company. It's the 16th fastest growing company in the United States right now. And he was in charge of literally like thousands and thousands of students for this coaching program. And yeah, like head of operations and client success. So he's helping me build out some really, really damn good stuff. I think they were doing like 30-40 million a year. So yeah, look out. Two Comma Club for ClickFunnels. I'm very close. I probably won't get it for a few months, like by the time it actually gets in the mail. Like, yeah, so that's coming. This is kind of something that's been on my vision board that like I've always dreamed of for like years now, like 5-6 years since I first started learning about online business. So that'll come very soon. Maybe I'll put up here on my bookshelf in the back, so then people know that I'm actually smarter than I look. Evergreen and systemized value ladder. This is another thing I'm looking to build out. So basically, as it stands right now, I'll draw out my value ladder for you guys, like what I have in mind, because I think it's gonna be really valuable for you to see. But essentially, the way I see it is there's gonna be like 3 layers. So we got Summit Scale right now, and keep in mind, like I've literally spent the last year, and I'll spend a lot more, building out Summit Scale, just one product, really boring. And then we got Summit Basecamp down here, and then the Mastermind. So my goal is to basically take anybody from total beginner, absolute zero, to 100K a month and beyond. One of my clients, he just had a record $250,000 a month in November, which is really cool. And he's in the mastermind right now. It's like I kind of did a soft launch, just took my clients that are doing 50K a month and above, put them in there. So we meet once a week for a couple hours. And this is what we were talking about on that call. So anyways, Summit Scale really designed to help guys go from like 5 to 30K a month to like 50K plus per month. So you can check out my client interviews. I got a whole bunch of live examples of doing this. I helped Louisa. Her video should drop very soon too. It might already be live. Check out my client success stories playlist on YouTube here. But essentially, Louisa went from, she's doing like 30-40K a month in person, like with weekend workshops. And then we built out an online program from scratch. And then she just hit her first 80K a month as well. So literally case in point. Yeah. So Basecamp's kind of like getting you from 0 to like 5K. I'm doing this right now as just like an 8-week program. It's a live live workshop type thing. So I'm actually like spending time with these guys, like a couple 3-4 hours a week, teaching them all the concepts and then helping them apply it. And then basically creating customers for Summit Scale. But I'm not even going to be focused on Basecamp anymore for a long time after this one ends, because it was fun. I did like 50K over a weekend, which is cool. But nonetheless, it's not worth my time right now. I can take Scale so much further, because like I literally took it to 217K a month with literally just me and one appointment setter. I was spending like $100 a day on ads, like 3K a month, I think, maybe a little more. I don't know. Maybe I'm lying to you. I don't know. I'll have to check, but not a lot. It was definitely less than like far less than 10K a month. But yeah, anyways, Summit Scale and then the Mastermind. So eventually what it's going to look like, Basecamp will be fully systemized and evergreen. So then literally sign a customer and it doesn't add any work to Jeremy's plate. Summit Scale will also be at the same point as well, which is what I'm working with that guy that I hired recently to do right now. So we're going to, step number 1 is dial in Scale, and then scale that to like, I don't know, probably $500,000 a month. And then like with me pretty removed, which is gonna be cool. And then Basecamp will be fully, like I'll be fully removed from that. And then Mastermind, this is where I want to spend a lot of my time, is getting guys from like, and the floor for this is 50. So you gotta be doing minimum 50K a month to qualify for this, to keep that really tight. So I want to spend more of my time with these guys, because it's fun. I like just chatting with them. It's a different level of conversation, so it's pretty cool. But anyways, that's the vision as well. Step number 1, dial in Scale. I don't know how long it's going to take, probably at least another 3 to 6 months. And then from there, like maybe Mastermind and then Basecamp, or like vice versa. I don't know. these could be kind of switched out in order. I'm not too sure. Not really worried about that right now. I just want to do one thing at a time and kind of follow like the principle of like more, better, and then new. So I can take scale. I can just do more of this and just pump like crazy and then make it better, which I'm kind of did more until I maxed out myself. And then now I'm making it better and building more systems. And then finally, once this is really dialed in, and then I'll work on something new like Basecamp Mastermind. So there you go. Now you guys know my plan for world domination. Lean team, high margins. So like I said, when I scaled to 200K a month in just 8 months from zero, it was literally just me and one appointment setter. So very high margins there. I think they were like 87%. So subtract my commission that I paid my setter, and then also ad spend on top of that. So I should know how much I spent on ads a month, but I don't know. It wasn't that much, but they were 87% margins. I actually have a video on this. You can kind of dig through my channel if you want to find it. This is back in August. So August or September, maybe, by the time the video got launched. But anyways, margins drop as you scale. That's inevitable, especially as you hire more people, because people cost money, right? So I can either earn more money. Like there's two currencies I can use to do this. I can either pay with my time or pay with my money. Right now, like, and you got to kind of ask yourself, do you want to be doing one-on-one coaching calls 3 years from now? Do you want to be doing sales calls 3 years from now? I don't, right? But if I don't change anything, if I don't systemize and scale, then like I don't have a choice. So I don't want to pay with my time. I'd rather use the money that I'm making right now to buy back my time. And one of my coaches right now, Dan, his book is literally called Buy Back Your Time. It's a phenomenal book. I would recommend picking it up. It's incredible. It's helped me a ton, and he's helped me implement a lot of that too, which is really cool. But nonetheless, 60% plus is a really good thing to aim for, because I don't like fluff. I don't like unnecessary people and things. I really, really, truly believe simple scales, fancy fails, which is why I've just focused basically just on one product. Basecamp was a bit of a test just to kind of see like how, like the demand for it and like what I'm able to do to like get people prepared for scale. So that was a very successful test. So that was really cool. But yeah, we'll make that even better next round of that. But nonetheless, lean team, high margins. I think it'll also be cool to have at least 100K a month, monthly recurring revenue baseline. This will cover all team expenses, systems, ads, stuff like that. So then everything on top of that's just kind of like gravy. So that would just give me a lot of peace of mind, just knowing, all right, next month, if I don't sign any more customers, then I've got 100K coming in hot, whether I like it or not. So I'm going to be organizing things and designing things in a way that serves me in that regard. So that'll be really cool. More on that another time as I actually do it. But I think within the next 12 months, it's definitely reasonable to hit $500,000 a month cash. If I was able to go from 0 to 217K in 8 months, especially with the systems and the team, the foundations I'm building right now, I think by the end of next year, I'll be able to do $500,000 a month. Pretty easily. Like, I don't think I'll have to push too hard. I think it's, at this point, it's kind of just inevitable as long as I just don't fuck things up and I just stay out of my own way. So that's what I'm gunning for. It'd be cool to also have like $1 million cash, or like at least liquid assets. So like invested, so it's compounding and stuff like that. If it's just sitting in my bank, it doesn't, like, it's literally worthless. Like there's a lesson for everybody else. If you have cash sitting in the bank, you're not deploying it into your business, you're not reinvesting it, you're not running ads, you're not hiring mentors. Like, I think I've got like three or four coaches personally right now, because I would literally rather pay somebody who's done what I want to do to just tell me what the fuck I need to do. And and then just do it, rather than like being like sitting on a big nest egg playing defense. I'd rather play offense, especially right now, because like I think I haven't really done much. And I got a lot more to do. Like I feel like it's weird. I feel like I haven't really scratched the surface, and I think that's also one of my weaknesses, but also it could be a strength. It's like I don't give myself enough credit, because I had multiple clients literally this week tell me, it's like, dude, like there's only like a few people in the fucking world that have been able to do what you've done so quickly. So I guess it's pretty cool, but yeah, I don't know. That's something I got to work on, I guess. But nonetheless, if you got cash, reinvest it. I cranked up my ad spend this month, so I think I'm at like 1,000 a day right now between Instagram and YouTube. So that'll pay off over the next 1 to 3 months probably, and then it'll start to compound from there. So that'll be cool. I'd love to do another few client retreats and in-person masterminds. If you guys saw a couple of those reels, my stories from the Tulum, Mexico retreat back in September, had 18 of my clients fly out, rented this massive like villa, slept, I think it had a room for 40 people. It's right on the ocean, pool, hot tub, chefs, maids, everything. Rented a 50-foot yacht as well for everybody. It was insane. Had some incredible workshops and mastermind sessions. So we'll do another few of those. Right now, I haven't really told my community yet. And this is only for clients. So like if you're not in some of the scale right now, like you gotta join that first. Otherwise, yeah, we don't want you. We only want people that are committed. So, and we're all like, and we all kind of know each other. But nonetheless, yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. But right now I'm going to aim for like February, maybe March, for the next one. So you gotta have an active membership in the community to attend that as well. But yeah, they're just so much fun, and I love meeting people in person, especially like the energy is just next level, especially after working together, like spending so much time together and like seeing them just grow and like absolutely crush it with their businesses and like literally change their entire lives. It's just extremely fulfilling for me. And just like, that's just something that like young Jeremy always wanted to do. It's going to take care of his own. And yeah, it's cool to be able to do that. And then also fund more charitable stuff. This is something new to me this year. Now that I've got some cash, some money, I was able to kind of play around with it a little bit and explore and learn more about myself and stuff like that. So I gave a bunch of money to Operation Underground Railroad. We rescued 22 children from human trafficking, which is pretty crazy. And then I bought a house, or sponsored a house in El Salvador with my church. And then I managed to weasel my way into actually going on that trip. And we built 30 of them while I was down there. I actually vlogged the whole thing. So I've got a documentary on my YouTube channel. I think it's called like El Salvador, the documentary, or like I built 30 homes in El Salvador, something like that. Super cool. I love that. I actually edited that whole video myself too. So a little rough, but it was fun nonetheless. So I'd like to do something more like that. Right now, I'm not really in the headspace to think about that at the moment, but when I am, probably a few months from now, I'll have a lot of cash to be able to do something cool with that. But I don't want to just give it to like an organization or give it to like a charity. It's like, kind of feels empty and you don't really know where it's going. So I want to make sure it's something that's like very like intimate and like ground level. And like, I know I can literally see exactly where each dollar is going. I think that's really cool. Again, it might be selfish. But nonetheless, I think I really don't give a fuck. Think what you want. I don't care. Go make some money. And when you are rich after joining my program, then you can do whatever you want. Do it your way. But if you're broke, then you don't have a say. So get out of here. Anyways, so that's kind of my vision, right? This is what I want to achieve over the next 12 months. I think everything is totally doable. Like $500,000 cash. It is kind of like a lot of times I'm like, how the fuck am I going to do that? But I also had the same feeling towards like 100K a month or like 200K a month. So, I just have faith and I'm just going to focus on the inputs rather than the outputs and start to do the things required of me every single day and grow as a leader and develop new skills to help myself achieve that. But essentially how I'm going to do that is literally take everything in the Summit scaling funnel and then start to remove myself a little bit from each component. So if we look at this simplified version over here, we've got the funnel broken down into, there's 4 stages. I'll probably update this and have like the delivery thing. This is an old copy, so bear with me. But top of funnel, this is traffic, right? So that's pretty much fully automated right now. Just record ads like one time. Because I'm really good at them. They hit. So it's like kind of a one and done. Now I just have leads qualified with money coming to me every single day, and I don't really have to think about it. So that's fully automated. So I don't really have to think about that. So boom, check. Middle of the funnel, content, sales assets. You can automate the lead warming up and nurturing process with sales assets that are designed to do the selling for you. Delegate with editors, stuff like that. And then you can also automate with like retargeting ads. I got a bunch of those cranking right now. So that's actually pretty well dialed in. Bottom of funnel, have a setter, and then I'm closing still currently, but I do plan on removing myself from that very soon as well, because if you want to talk to me, then as I'm scaling and my time becomes a lot more valuable, well, guess what? Pay the invoice, then we can chat. And if you are butthurt by that, then go make more money, and that will solve your problem. And quit whining. So, yeah. That said, that's kind of something that, well, it's not really a check mark yet, but I'm working on that. And then also hired a client success manager. He was head of client success and head of sales for a couple 7-figure coaching businesses. He's coached well over 500 guys as well. Weapon when it comes to sales, branding, marketing, content, personal development, stuff like that. So that's really fun. So then he's kind of helping my clients get a lot more support, a lot better, support, more intimate stuff, lots of one-on-ones. And then that's helping me remove my time, or remove me from spending the one-on-one time again, right? Because he can serve them in a much better capacity than I can at this stage, right? And nonetheless, I'm still taking all the onboarding calls, scripting out my clients' ads with them on an onboarding call, like 2 days after you pay. So that way we can get the ads running literally week 1 and solve the traffic problem immediately, and then build out the rest of it. But nonetheless, working on that and whatnot. But yeah, like if you think about it, it's like ads, okay, automated, that's already kind of done. And then over time, like, yes, I'll continue to be like the media buyer, play that role, wear that hat. But right now they're pretty dialed. VSLs, that's kind of me. Content, same kind of thing. But I have outsourced the editing and posting of all of that, which is a lot of fun. Saves me a lot of time. Retargeting ads, it's automated. Call to actions, same kind of thing. Conversations, I got a setter, so we're done. Calls, not quite. I'm still on sales calls right now. They're not even sales calls. Like, don't book a call if you're going to waste my time. Book a call if you're actually serious about investing in your business and leveling up, because like, look at my client results. Look at my client results, story highlights on my Instagram. Scroll through those. I dare you. Try to scroll through every single one. I literally have too many. So if you still doubt it, if you think it's too good to be true, like, go get a 9-to-5. If that's your line of thinking at this point, I think it's pretty undeniable. I'm not trying to be like arrogant. It's just like, that's just a fact. So take that as you will. And then onboarding, I've got a pretty dialed in system right now. That's going to improve with the work I'm doing with client success guy that I hired. Not the client success manager, but the Hormozy portfolio company guy. So working on that. Community, that's fucking amazing. Community is just absolutely insane. Like, and literally since yesterday, I've had I think 2 or 3 of my clients say this is the hands down the best community for online coaches in the entire world. And it's true, because they're just incredible. Course, pretty good. At this stage is really good. very short. It's like an anti-course, 10 to 20 minute videos. Some of them are a little bit longer. Like there's a few that are like 30, 40 minutes, but it's very actionable. I've rebuilt it 3 times. So it's just like straight to the point, no fluff, no bullshit, very actionable. Cause I don't want to sit through 2-hour long modules and bore myself to death. And you probably don't either. And then coaching calls. I just had one of my clients, Bill Walsh. He is a sales coach, sales trainer. He just hosted a workshop 2 days ago for my clients. I had a bunch of other guys, like lots of my other clients host coaching calls as well. So like the community is kind of serving the community at the stage, which is really cool. So I plan on doing those a lot more regularly, a lot more frequently. We've been doing like one a week actually for the last like month or two, which is cool. My buddy Brandon Forbes hopped on one of them too. I hosted one in his community. That was a ton of fun. Yeah, so lots of that stuff. And then client success manager is going to do that. Like probably even bring on a full-time, well, I probably will bring on like a full-time sales coach. But right now my client success manager, he's also sold over $1 million on Zoom himself. So he's running some calls with that, which is cool. So there's that. And then, yeah, probably hire like a copywriting coach or ads coach as well. So then that can kind of remove me from that a little bit too. So that's in the works. That's in the picture. And then Ascension, this will be the mastermind. It's going to be a lot more than 20K. But yeah, take that as you will. But not quite focused on that right now. And then not even really focused on Basecamp either after I finish this little cohort. But nonetheless, that's kind of like where I'm at with things. This is how I plan to remove myself. And this is kind of like where I want to steer the ship. So it's really hard to do that when you are being just reactive rather than proactive. And then when you're stuck on Zoom calls all day long, because then by the time you're done, you have like your voice is sore, your brain hurts, your eyes hurt, staring at a screen all day, and you just want to lay on your couch and not do anything. So it's really hard to have the energy and the focus when everything else is kind of sucking that away from you to actually build something really good. So that said, I'm in no rush to do this, but I know what I need to do on the day-to-day basis. And when I don't, I will pay people who do to tell me what to do. So that way I can just keep chipping away and just keep fucking putting one foot in front of the other, moving towards my goals. And like, notice how there's like, yes, there's like the cash, the money stuff. But that's only going to come as a result of doing all of these other things, of having everything else dialed in. It won't come first. I can promise you that. So inputs determine the outputs, the actions determine the results. So I know what I got to do. The path is very clear right now. I've got the right coaches and mentors in my corner to help me achieve that. And when I feel stuck and feel like I don't need, or I don't have what I need, then I will fix that and leverage my money to buy back my time so I can achieve my goals sooner by getting the right information and implementation when I need it. So yeah, that's kind of how my brain's working right now. Trying to stay very detached from the business or detached from like the bank account and the cash. It's like, I'm just going to play full offense here and go all in. So I'm ready to burn my boats. And if you are too, check out the main video on my YouTube channel where I break down my entire program and process and like this in a lot more detail. And then when you're ready to sign up and enroll, you can click the link in the description. It is a link to my calendar. Like I said, right now I'm still on sales calls. But I've actually gotten my team to take a couple of sales calls this week. So I'm in the process of doing that right now. So if you do want to chat with me, make sure you bring your credit card. You've got liquid cash, willing to invest, and the price is public. So it literally says the price in the Calendly form. So if that's you, you can do that. Can be a little flexible with that too. I got a video that I launched not too long ago, talking about the options and stuff like that for you. So that said, that's it for this video. Again, really just want to stress the importance of having a very clear vision, because there's a great proverb in the Bible. It says, where there is no vision, the people perish. And I see way too many coaches lack vision and they stay stuck and reactive because they're just literally just trying to survive. They're just trying to keep their head above water rather than being proactive, building a boat and then building a pirate ship and then a big fucking whatever aircraft carrier of a business to then achieve their goals so they can make the money they want to make, but also spend their time the way that they want to spend it. If there's certain things in your business that you hate, you shouldn't have to do them. You don't have to do them, right? You're a business owner. You're not a freelancer. You shouldn't have to do everything in your business. Maybe right now, yeah, but like 12 months from now, you sure as hell don't. So that said, again, longer video, but let me know down below if you thought this was valuable. If you like these kind of videos where I share my progress and the kind of what I'm working on and kind of the way I think, let me know down below. And I'd also love to hear like your biggest takeaway from this, because that will help me make better videos for you down the road too. I actually listen, I read all the comments, I listen to your feedback too. So if it was valuable, drop a like. But if you're actually serious and you want my help to scale, I would suggest you do that sooner than later. So you can book a call down below. Make sure you watch that video. And aside from that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Thanks.